Hey everybody, we're back. It's me and
It's me and Elijah.
so today we want to discuss a little bit about Elijah's allergy. Elijah has an airborne allergy and a consumption allergy. Well, we want to talk about the airborne allergy because it's just so severe and can be fatal and deadly for him. So we want to not just bring awareness, but we want to let people know how important it is, the measures we've had to take to try to keep Elijah safe. The measures that we have gone through has been intense to try to keep him from not having an anaphylactic response, an allergic response to something that he cannot smell. And as I shared in my prior video, that allergy is to the smell of fish or seafood. Elijah does have other allergens like nuts and coconut and other things, but they are not airborne. These are fish and seafood are. And for 20 years, we've been trying to manage keeping him safe from having to go through that. He's been hospitalized, emergency room once with it. And when those responses happen, it closed up his throat, his face has doubled in size, hives, trouble breathing. And it's very important. It's important because in the atmosphere, you just don't know what's around you, and trying to keep your loved ones safe from it can be difficult, especially when you live in a city like we do. It's very difficult to be able to stay free, but you do the best that you can so you can do better, right? So anyway, I'm not going to take the spotlight. I wanted Elijah to come on, and he wanted to come on. You wanted to come on, right?
Yes, I did.
And share how important it is to him, because a lot of times, a lot of events we don't go to, a lot of places we don't go to, and he has his feelings about that. So you want to share with people today?
Also, it's not just the events; it's also any restaurant I'm not able to go to because of the strong scent of seafood that can still
Right, that can happen.
trigger my system.
So it limits where you can go.
That's right. I have
Yeah,
to be careful which place I'm going if I'm going to eat there.
right. And then there are a lot of other places, not just restaurants, right? How else can you wind up with a problem regarding your allergy?
I mean, do they know if it's any restaurant I'm talking about?
No. You can, I mean, overall, any restaurant that carries fish or seafood, and then we're also looking at people who you may be around, or people who may be in the atmosphere who have consumed it, you know. Being close to them can also be a trigger for you, right?
Well, yes.
Okay, so we have to look at that as well.
I mean, what about Arby's? I wasn't able to eat at Arby's.
No, because they prepared it and it was in the oil. There are restaurants that use or carry fish products and they cook it in the same oil
I don't
as
know why.
other products.
I don't know why.
Oh, their business. They have a right. They can sell, what they want. But what we want to do is let them know that there are people who have certain allergens, such as yourself, right? And we don't want it to be a problem. So, in the meantime, the best that we have done is to stay away from places that can pose a risk for you.
That's true.
Yeah. But how does it make you feel like when we are not able to, or if someone is consuming it and we can't go particularly somewhere, or even just being in the surroundings of someone who may have eaten it, knowing you can't be in that environment? How does that make you feel?
Well, I can only say it was hard for me to enjoy myself if I go to any event or any restaurant or any place I go with my family.
Yeah, but some of those places we don't go to because.
True, we still don't go there, right?
Right, we don't go.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, how does it make you feel when we can't go?
It's just hard.
It's hard. I heard you say earlier that it was frustrating.
I said it was hard.
You didn't say it was. Okay.
I have more than one feeling I have the right to be telling everyone.
Yeah. But is it frustrating for you when you can't?
Still.
Okay.
Just to be clear, still.
Okay. So, and what makes it frustrating? Because you want to be around others, and know that it could be.
I want to be able to go any place with my family without having to be more concerned about the smell.
Yeah.
Especially do any restaurant I want to try out.
But is it just a restaurant or is it other places?
Anywhere. I'm talking about anywhere.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes we even have to check with people, right?
Exactly.
And ask, find out if they've consumed it.
Exactly, though.
Yeah, because it's very important for them not to bring that smell.
Of course.
Around you.
I'll admit we did have a near incident years ago in a church once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this was just a simple mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mistake. But you did not remain in an environment where it was. But at least we found out that it was there, right? The point is, I don't think it's just you who may deal with a food allergy that may prevent you from attending places. But you went to a school that didn't have it.
It's the only safe place for me to be.
Yeah. They didn't serve food there, right?
Nope, there was no cafeteria, just a kitchen.
Right. So that was one of the things after trying to find an appropriate place for Elijah to obtain an education. And one significant, very important, very conducive place was called the Rebecca School. And Elijah was able to attend and thrive there educationally, but they also were able to take measures to assist in doing the best to ensure that Elijah was okay while he was there. So thank you, Rebecca School. But outside of that, where we live, it's not always so easy. We live in a residential building and you have different tenants and get on elevators and so walking with the EpiPen is definitely a must. In travel or going to a market is definitely a must. However, as I said in my first video, you don't want to use that on a regular basis. EpiPens are for emergency. We take those measures because we have to. And hopefully one day, maybe city environment won't be the avenue and he can be a little less restrictive. But for the meantime, and for the time that we have, the last 20 years, we've done our best to try to take measures to keep Elijah safe from being hospitalized or even something worse. So tell maybe you want to share with the others how important it is to you that other places, not just the businesses, but for people to even know how important it is to recognize allergies like the one you have. So maybe they can take some other measures.
Like what?
So people don't get sick.
What should we?
I'm just saying, what is in your thoughts? Like,
Well, more importantly, I still take the EpiPen with me outside, though.
Yeah.
Especially to any public place. If we go to any public place, I still take it with me
Mm-hmm.
to be on the safe side.
Right. You have to.
And I have no trouble carrying it with me in the pocket or in my bag.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I know that's still mostly important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it reflects on my life.
It has, right? I know it has. I know it has. But it's very more important that you stay safe.
That's why I
It's
take
more
it with me.
important. Mm-hmm. It's more important that you stay in an environment. More importantly, that you don't go into an environment where it is, so it doesn't have to be used.
Well, remember, you don't use it on a regular basis.
No. No.
You only use it when you really need it.
Right. But the biggest protection is to try to do what? Stay away from the smell itself.
Including other people who eat it.
Yeah, that's true. So, is there anything you want to share with the people about that anymore? I mean,
You mean like, tell everyone one last thing?
one, two, whatever. It doesn't have to be last. What would you like to share with them about how you're living with this allergy? How has it changed your life?
Well, I'll admit, even though I'm still living with this allergy right now, I still have no trouble being careful. And I also still be able to enjoy myself, especially with my family, with or without that allergy on me.
Well, the thing is, your immediate family don't put the allergy around you.
Well, no.
We know how important it is for you not to smell it.
I'm saying with or without it, I still be safe.
Right, with or without it. You take the EpiPen with or without, no matter where we go. But, like, in this house, we don't put it in this house.
Of course.
If we go to someone who knows that you have this allergy, they are taking measures to make sure they haven't eaten it or had it in there.
The smells out in the hallway.
Right. So, we appreciate that. Immediate family has been very good, and don't want anything to happen to Elijah, especially with that. It's been a lifestyle change for us. And we would take any measure to do our best to keep him safe. But we won't deny that it has definitely impacted our lives. But we wouldn't second guess taking those same measures again to make sure that it doesn't happen.
That's why the seafood and the nut stuff is strictly prohibited in this house.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay because your health is more important.
My life and health is more important to me.
Yes, it is. So I just wanted you to share what was on your heart.
I just admitted it.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want people to know about it?
Well, to all of you out there who might have a seafood allergy like me, I'm saying that you should try to stay away from people who might also not be able to allergic to it, who also eat it. And also bring your medicine with you to be on the safe side, especially to any public places or any private places.
Mm-hmm.
Still be on the safe side, because you can never tell when an unexpected allergy of yours starts to act up. You don't want to end up hospitalized like I did when I was 2 years old.
Yeah, Elijah wound up being hospitalized, and that was one occurrence. That was outside. Someone put a piece of fish, I believe, on a plate, and he didn't touch it. He didn't consume it. It was because of the smell. And he started itching. And like I said earlier, just the
My throat started
response,
to close up.
all of that, and he was rushed to the hospital. And by the time we got there, Elijah's head had doubled in size. It just made me want to cry. It just made me want to. I don't know how to explain it. As a parent, you don't want to see your child hurting or in pain or anything. And so that was a lot. That was a tremendous amount of fear and just pain. We didn't know at that time that that's what he was allergic to. Elijah had to undergo tests, blood tests, allergy tests, and it sure enough popped up that that was his allergen. Not just to consume, though. It was airborne. And airborne is difficult to guard, especially when you have all types of things in the atmosphere. So it makes it difficult. It really, really does.
And you can't really see it because it's still in the air.
No, not at all. There was one occasion, I believe, where this was before us knowing, he had to have been maybe close to 2. And I was a fish and seafood eater before that. And I had went to clean. I remember, I think it was some fish one day in the kitchen. And I remember him running back to his room, and by the time he came back up, it was a little swelling under his eye. I did not know at that time that's what it immediately. I think I gave him like children's Benadryl or something, but it had not been too much longer when he was at that outside cookout and that happened. And from then on, no more. Once he got tested and we found out, the panel came back and showed it. From then on, we had to be very, very cautious. That warning from the physician was like, you have to be careful with him. And we have been. We have taken every measure because we don't want anything to happen to him. And he's here. He's healthy. He's okay. But it is something very, very important that we have to look at each and every day. We have to look at environments with people each and every day. We have to look at businesses that we can and can't go into each and every day. And travel, each and every day. So to the parents or caregivers who you have a loved one who may have to deal with or may be dealing with severe, and this is severe for him, allergy. It's nothing to play with. It is something
to never joke about.
No, it's life or death. And so we choose life. So we will take every measure. And we hope that this not only enlightens someone. And in the first video, I said, me on the journey. And I'm going to share more about that probably in a part 3 or another video. To be told as a parent, I've never heard of that before. I've even been told in instances, and I'm definitely going to share with you on another video about it, is the fight. Because I, as a parent, have had to fight literally, not physically, but when I say fight, battles in regards to this one subject matter, because I have had to encounter people who said, you know what, put them in an environment first, let's see what happens, and then we'll know, or then we'll make another decision based upon the outcome. As a parent, you're not going to throw your child in the fire. You're not going to take a risk that can be deadly for them. And many times I was tested or tried to say, hey, let's take a chance with his life and do that. And I refused. I look forward to sharing those encounters with you and plan to very shortly. So, but in the meantime, it's dinner time for us, and we're going to go for now. But we will be back with other topics, and we want to continue to show you Elijah's passions and the things that he cares about so much. And then also, in addition to that, we hope that you all will remain on this path and journey with us, as not only the course and goal is to bring awareness, but acceptance to those who are dealing with intellectual disabilities or special needs, no matter what the capacity may be. Elijah's diagnosis, pervasive developmental disorder, autism, those are factors in our household, as well as asthma and some other health things. But primarily for the special needs, that is what we will be discussing on this channel. So please stay tuned, right, Elijah? We got a lot more to talk about. We got a lot more to share. We got a lot more to show you. You know, Elijah, he loves to cook, right?
Of course, I love to cook.
You love to cook. He loves to cook. What about the cars?
Still do the cars. I still love
What do you like about the cars? What do you like to do?
I mean, I still clean them, and I also collect them, too.
Yeah, collect it. And what else you like to do to them? Detail. What happened to that?
I did mention detail.
You said clean them.
It's
So,
also a detail.
okay. All right. Well, those are some of his passions, some of them. So we'll continue to bring you content, and we hope you like and subscribe. We hope you sign up to go along. We got so much to share. I believe the experiences that we go through a lot of times are not to be held. They're to be shared, and we hope that it encourages someone. You can make it, and you will make it too. The things that we discuss on this channel, we know we're not the only ones dealing with it. Someone else may be too, and we want to encourage you. And it's not easy out here, not in this community, and sometimes it can be very, very harsh on caregivers. So that's why we're here. So until the next time.
Could I also mention that?
Sure.
That when I was 2 years ago, when you said
when you was 2 years old.
Yes, when you said that I accidentally got the scented seafood, did you mean at a cookout or in a restaurant?
No, it was at a cookout. And that wasn't in a restaurant.
And when I was 2 years old, I didn't know I was allergic in the first place.
No, we didn't know. We didn't know then.
None of us knew.
No. It wasn't until that exposure
because
happened.
I didn't get checked for it to be sure.
No, it wasn't a reason before then. It had not been in your atmosphere before then either, to what I could remember, except that one occasion. So that gave us reason to have you tested.
Or maybe the atmosphere was just hitting in me when I was 2 years old.
Well,
and I just didn't know about it.
No, but it's a good thing we found out, because we don't want nothing to happen to you.
But because of the cookout now, it's telling us that I still have it in my system.
Yeah, it's there. It's definitely there.
And I don't know if I'll be able to grow out of it.
Well, it's been 20 years now. So the best thing for us to do is learn how you can continue to manage and stay safe. That's the best thing for you, is to know about it and learn how to stay safe.
That's true. I just want them to understand what really happened.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
What if they know what you're really talking about? The cookout or the restaurant?
Doesn't matter. Well, you wasn't in a restaurant. You were outdoors.
That's why I had to rephrase.
And that's why I say even the more, the smell is important for you to have smelt that outside.
I don't remember smelling it at all.
Well, you were 2. You wouldn't remember that. You were too young.
Trust me, I don't remember anything when you're young.
Yeah. It's okay, though. We know now. Okay? We know now.
I'm sure this was just one mistake.
Well, you really can't call it a mistake because we didn't know. But now we know. It wouldn't be a mistake now because now we know. It's a mistake if we're in an environment and we don't know that it's there.
All we're doing is trying to enjoy a family outing.
Yeah. But some family outings we didn't attend, right? Because we knew it was there.
Yes.
And these are some of the things that happen when you are dealing with having to make a decision to stay safe versus just wanting to try to enjoy yourself. You take safety first.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Enjoy your day. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Are you done? Did you have anything? I didn't want to feel like I'm cutting you off.
No, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. So, to the next time, this is Dee and Elijah. Habu Shalom, everybody.